Welcome to Girl Let's Talk Podcast. Welcome back.
Hello.
Welcome back, everybody. Well, it's your girl Marci. Here in full effect. Glad to see you guys. We're glad to be back.
I'm Tish. I'm April.
Rachel.
Yay, us.
We are back.
We are.
Back
We back.
strong.
You know what? Now listen, our break, it felt good. We needed it for a minute because we got a lot of things going on that we can't wait to share with you guys today. But we want to thank you guys for being patient with us. We had, a little scare with our producer, but he's back too.
Yay! Welcome back, Sid.
Sid is back.
We was
Y'all,
missing you.
I don't know if he's gonna walk around here and wave.
Our social media was getting dry. Our content was getting dry. Like, where is
We
Sid?
really did miss him. We missed him.
We
Man,
did.
Sid is the man behind the camera.
That's right.
Man behind he was a man with the vision.
Yeah.
He brought this together and stuck with us because I want to do this with you guys. And was like, no. And we finally came together. So we're here because we're Sid's angels.
Yes.
That's right.
We're so glad that he's back with us. How did you guys enjoy last week? I hope you enjoyed it. We want to open more and share more of our lives with you guys and our content and what we're doing right now. And we want to hear from you. If it's something that you want to hear from us or want us to talk about, put it in the comments.
Yes.
Talk to us. Tell us what you want to know. All right. Life subjects like what you got going on.
Down here.
Yes, right there.
Oh, I like that.
Right here.
Down there.
Right there.
I like that. All right, what we got going on? What's going on? What's happening in the world today?
What's
up?
What's happening? What's happening, Tish?
Tish traveling.
She traveling.
Getting her shoes laced by people.
What I'm got going on?
Rachel.
Okay, so
Your earring, baby.
first of the year. Well, when was it? Last year, I guess. Well, I started my t-shirt company.
Oh, yeah.
Too Chic Tees during COVID. It definitely kept me afloat. Like, it was such a blessing.
Yes.
Not to have to be able to come to work, but then have something still coming in. So it really
You couldn't come to work during COVID.
I couldn't come to work.
Shut you down.
Right.
But it took a huge turn during that time, I guess, because people was at home shopping. So I was like, ooh, thank you, Lord. You be coming through. Hey. But so I did find a love for it, but believe it or not, and I may have shared this before, but Too Chic Tees came about from us going to brunch. Remember Brunch Babes? And I called you guys and was like,
that's
hey,
when
y'all,
those tutus and
let's go to
t-shirts and
brunch.
stuff.
I'm finna make y'all some t-shirts. I done got this cricket, doop, doop, doop. And y'all pulled on out.
With a tutu.
With tutus.
And everything.
So that's
said,
where
no,
it
no, we
stemmed
got to do
from.
the shirt.
Mine was red.
And a t-shirt.
But we made our t-shirts cute, baby.
We did.
had
Crop top.
I ran by Gap and got me a shirt and tied it.
And tied. You did a denim over it, but that's where it stemmed from. But it actually turned out to be a blessing for my family, and I found a love for it. So, Too Chic Tees, and then this past year I added apparel to it.
Yes.
To kind of step it up a notch. I shared on Tish's not podcast, but her live
iPod series,
that
yeah, you're right.
that I found a love for making women feel good. So if your hair is good, you dressing good, and you got a little affirmation on your chest,
That's
all
right.
of those things. So it kind of all rolled into one. So I just took Too Chic Tees to another level and added apparel on it, and it's been doing really, really well. After Soul Therapy, I took on April Holt as a coach. So she's been really coaching me with helping me
Scale your business.
scale the business, brand it, what it should look like. You know, I wish you guys could see the setup over here that she did, because she actually, they thought it was some new stuff over there. Ain't nothing over there new, but they went shopping again because it looked so good the way she set it up.
And
So
that's your temporary.
that is temporary. So I'm excited about what the store will be doing. But outside of that, just getting comfortable with who I am, putting my face out even more, speaking more. I don't know if you guys saw me talking. I was like,
Y'all go look at my
don't wanna
live.
talk.
She's on there. Look at her page. Look at the live where she was on there where I interviewed her.
So I slowly been getting out of my comfort zone. Just,
Yes.
you know, just putting myself out
Look at
there.
who you are.
I am Rachel Mathews.
That's right.
That's right. So that's kind of what I've been working on. My husband recently retired, so we're getting ready to start this new chapter of our lives. We also have a logistic company, Good Grace Logistics. So if you need some hog, hit your girl up. We can get it for you. But anyway, that's what we got. Good Grace Logistics. I am still working on my travel. However, I've been having to outsource it because everything is busy.
God is blessing.
He is blessing. He is in the blessing business and everything is flourishing. So I am learning to not be as controlling because I am a control freak. But you know how it is when you start a business and you have a business, nobody's going to treat your business the way you will.
Right.
So it's like I always feel like I need to have hands on, but I realized, damn, girl, you can't do everything.
Gotta delegate and
so I've had to delegate a lot of things and just be okay with it and trust, you know, that it's going to get done. So, yeah. And so April, I call her Annie because Marci call her Annie. But April, she's actually showed me some of those things and the same thing she told you. Like, you have to become disciplined. She's like, I know it's work. It is to have to work here, then go home and try and ship orders, do content, be here, do this, still be a wife, still be a mother, still be a Mimi. Like, I'd be like, I just want to sit down and lay on the couch. And you have to schedule everything out. So I went and bought, you told me to get one of those calendars and I went and got that. I ain't wrote any yet though.
But you gotta get.
I'm going to. I'm going to.
You're gonna forget one good thing and you'll realize you need it.
I already have.
Yeah.
And I'm study taking on projects. I'm saying yes and yes and yes. And I'm just like,
overbooking. Oh. We talked about that calendar, and I'm just going to insert here on that calendar. That calendar is a lifesaver because what goes on the calendar is everything that you do, even your content. Like, you don't separate your content day from it, because if you have a batch weekend, you need to know, did you have another big project due that weekend? Do you have a speaking engagement that weekend? So you're gonna, then it'll help you see how you'll feel that week.
Right.
And when you'll say, well, okay, well, wait a minute, either I'm gonna have to move something or I'm gonna have to reprioritize, or I'm gonna have to say no.
And that's what she said. She was like, sometimes you might have to just say no, but I just been in this season of just filling up. So I've been going to every conference, every women's conference. If you invite me, I'm coming, because it's just that season. I'm just taking it in and just filling up, and I'm loving it. Like, it's.
I understand.
So yeah, that's what I've been doing.
I understand. What about you, sister?
Oh, so for me, I am working on me.
I love it.
Me too.
I'm working on me.
Come on to the front.
That's what I said. Look at me. Let me reposition myself.
I'm working on me. I think for years, I have neglected April. Because I've been so busy taking care of other things and other people, and I've put so much ahead of myself, to the point where, that I look at other situations. I look at, even you ladies sometimes, and just be like in awe of, that, God has placed me here, but sometimes I feel like I'm not deserving of it, even though I know I am.
Yeah.
But sometimes I have those feelings of not
We all do, April,
feeling deserved.
if we're being honest.
Right. And so, and I'm working with April as well.
We done all signed up after soul therapy.
I'm working with April. Yes. And she has really challenged me to put myself first and to identify those areas that may have held me back, and to move from them, and to be able to teach people how I want to be treated. Because I think for so long, I've done things that I thought other people would like or would be comfortable with. One of my biggest, I did a personality profile, and my number one was harmony. So I like for everybody to be in harmony, to be okay. I'm a peacemaker, a strength finder. So I did strength finders, and my number one was harmony. But I think that even though it's my biggest strength, I've overused it. I've overused it to the point where it hasn't served me well. And so now I'm getting to the place I'm learning to use this strength in a way that it does me good and everyone else, but it first has to serve me well and not the other way around. And so that has been challenging, because I'm a grandmother, I'm a mother, I'm a wife and business owner, and learning new ways of thinking and new ways of walking in life at 54. That's a challenge. Because you're turning your life around, and so now I'm in a space where I'm letting people know who I am and who I see myself as and who I am walking to be.
I love that.
And if it's received, great. If it isn't,
Oh well.
it's okay.
But I'm gonna teach you how to treat me.
But I'm gonna teach
and
you
I'm
how
gonna teach you how to love me.
Exactly. And that's where I am. Because I believe that, in this stage in my life, the Bible talks about our latter years
Being the better
being
years.
being greater than our former years. And I have 54 years behind me. I don't know what's ahead of me.
Yeah.
But whatever is ahead of me, I want to make it better. I want to walk in my purpose, and I want everything that God has for me. Everything that God has for me. I don't want to leave any stone unturned. I don't, and I want God to be pleased with me.
Absolutely.
And I want to be pleased with myself.
Yeah, you.
I love that.
Give me a hug, girl.
I know.
April.
It's crazy how we don't see ourselves, how other people see us.
Yeah. I think I wrote that. I think I put that on that post, didn't I? I did. Yeah.
You did.
It is. And I want to encourage any woman to find your tribe. Find those people that will love you no matter what. That will encourage you, that will support you, and be true. Because I do know that I can count on them to tell me the truth and to tell me what it is that they see. And so I believe we all need people in our lives to just come up and strengthen us. We don't walk this life alone.
No.
None of us do. We all have help. And so I just encourage you, if you need to sit on the couch, get on the couch.
Get on the couch.
If you need to talk to somebody, talk to somebody. If you need, whatever you need, find out what that is and move forward in your life. Because, you were given the life for a purpose. You're here for some reason. Find out what that reason is and go be great.
Yeah. Love it.
Go be great.
When you say that, like your top strength is harmony, everybody have gifts or gifts in the spirit, and the exhorter is one. But I understand what you're saying now. It's like you've overused it, where it turned on you. You depleted yourself. That's a really good assessment, April. Thank you for sharing that.
Oh, you're welcome.
I know on your birthday I did post, if I'm selling it, she buying it. If I'm having it, she coming. if you don't always have people or know people who will extend themselves like that. I can't say that I've been that kind of friend. I want to be, but to give yourself in that way, the people for them to know that they could count on you in that way. However, it does make me sad to know that if it's been that way for you, it's because something went depleted in your life.
Yeah, and I think sometimes we hide things, or we think that when you become depleted in the area, we try to we try to replace it with something else.
Mm-hmm.
And we overcompensate, thinking that, oh, well, I'm okay, I'm just doing this. But you're doing so much that it becomes unnoticed until you just, in that mind mapping session, we were sitting next to each other. And I was just like, oh, it was just something that went off in me. And I was like, oh my God. I mean, like, how do I even get past where I am right now? And it felt like I was just in this barrel. I was at a well. I was at the bottom of a well, and I was looking up. I could see the sky. I knew the sun was shining, but how was I going to get from the bottom of this well up to what I see? That's how I felt. And so when talking to Miss April and, really, really thinking, and I've had to really do some work and be truthful about some things, about myself and about, how I thought growing up and some of the things that traumas and triggers that I've had. And really just kind of face them and say, you know what, that may have happened to me, but you're not going to hold me hostage any longer. It's not going to hold me back. That I have to walk forward in it. But the mind mapping was
top tier.
Top. It has changed my life.
Continuing to help you.
Yeah, it is absolutely continuing. And I'm in this walk. I'm in this walk of doing the work for me. My business is growing. I am in the process of trying to find an assistant.
Come on, sister.
Come on, I think that's it. It's like how do you give up that type of control? I can't do it. I can't. It's very hard.
Yes, you can.
I can do it, but it's hard to find someone
that think like
that
you.
thinks like me.
They're gonna move like you.
That's not gonna make.
You want someone teachable
right here.
You need a clone.
You do. You need because I don't want to. For me to have an assistant, I don't want to continuously be,
but how
telling somebody else. Huh?
How companies ran.
Oh,
they didn't necessarily have a.
You know what April shared with me on last week? She said, you got to find somebody that don't want what you want.
Absolutely.
That's not trying to do what you trying to do. Because otherwise they'll try and come in and now they trying to compete because they really want to be doing exactly what you're doing.
So I'm only here because I want to be an apprentice.
Right.
That's why I want to do this. That's why apprenticeships don't last long. I think Puff Daddy said he only give his people 2 years. And that was a long time ago. I don't know. It may be a year now. Yeah. But Anna Winters and remember those people because they wanted to be her.
Right.
So, they would only last for a year. Yeah, I get that. And that would be true.
Because they start trying to sabotage.
I went to Dear Female Preacher by my mentor, Prophetess Barbara Calloway. I went to her class and she said that we had to have people to go with us. And as you start moving, in circles and be careful who you take with you. You need to have that assistant there. But she was saying you don't want an assistant that'll be like, I can preach too. I can do that too. Just give me a chance. And they supposed to be there to support you. It's not about them. You got to find somebody who's okay with being number two.
Yeah, right. Different dynamic.
That's right.
Right.
That is a different dynamic.
Very different.
Because then we compete.
Right, and especially in real estate, it's like, I was told, find someone who doesn't have the goals that you have that supersede what you're doing, and find someone that wants to actually take care of you, that wants to serve you.
But I believe that there are people out there who do that.
Of course there are.
They are good with what I am a good I'm a good manager. I do management well. I'm making this up, but I
see what you're saying.
Because you can make something look easy. What you do, you make it look easy. What you do, you make it look easy. So I'm thinking I could come in and do that with you and make it, I can do it better than you. Or I can come in and I can be efficient and make you more efficient. But having the company isn't something I aspire to be.
Right.
And it ain't for everybody.
No.
Right.
No.
Because if it was,
everybody can't be the Chiefs. We need some Indians.
Right.
It's okay to be an Indian.
if that is what you call to be. But I don't know. I think sometimes women get lost in that.
They do.
You know, start feeling inferior.
Mm-hmm. You're right. I hate that, though.
Yeah, I think that there's something to say in that, but I think a lot of times, you know, especially when you're admired to a place where, you know, I know you have a lot of admirers, people that admire you and really look up to you and doing what you do. I think it is easy to get caught in the, you know, I want to be like her. You know what I'm saying? And if you want to be like them, then it kind of takes away from what it is that they're actually there to do. Because they're trying to be you. And you want something that's going to be them, but just help
me.
And just serve you. And so,
I think at this point in time, though, you could see that personality coming a mile away. You know, do you not think that you could see that personality coming a mile away now that, you know, some life experience has just kind of been had, and now you would be able to tell if a person walked, you know, into your life?
Because I always try and see the best in everybody, and that's what's hard, you know, because I lead with my heart. And so I'm that person that I want to see, when I win, I want to see you win.
Ignore red flags.
Sometimes, but then sometimes people send a representative too.
You're absolutely right.
So oftentimes the person that you meet turns out not to be the person that's working with you.
But okay, so like listen to this. You hear those little telltale signs, the little snide remarks, the little, you know, it's like those little subtle things. Those are the things that you're listening for. You ignore that because it be there even when they send their representative. Because you can only pretend to
But
be
not right
somebody
away
different.
though. Not always right away.
No, and I agree. However, it is a personality trait that you can look at and see people in their own light.
Yes.
Like I see you. I usually go based on how you, like, what's your conversation? I want to know, like, I'll get you to talking about, we talking, and I want to see what's your life view about an apple. But that apple, in my mind, is me.
And for me,
So I'm listening to you talk about that apple, but I'm seeing how you see it, and I'm seeing how you dissecting it, and I'm seeing your philosophy around it. And really, I'm hearing a little jealousy. You have a tendency to be jealous. I'm hearing a little insecurity. Oh, you're a little insecure. I'm hearing that you leave unresolved issues with your friends. I'm hearing you don't get along with your parents. What's that about? So those,
I understand what you're saying.
you get me? So I'm looking at your life, and I'm seeing how you on your, what happened to that friend you had? It's
always somebody else.
Noted. It's somebody, it's a duly noted for me. She'll do it to me. I think like that.
Yeah.
And so I'm like,
But I always try and give everybody a clean slate before I just throw you out there like that and assume that you're going to do the same thing with me that you did with somebody else. But I understand what you're
we
saying.
had a friend that said that was dangerous.
Yeah, you're right. She did.
Dangerous.
For me, it's if I need someone to challenge me. I don't need someone to say yes to everything that I say, or everything that I, put on the plate and say, hey, get this done. I need for someone to say, well, I think there's a more efficient way to do this. So let me show you what I think we can do. And then let's have a discussion about it. So I think, as for me, I've seen the personalities, the multiple people kind of roll in and out of my life, as far as whether they work for me, they help me, they associate with me. I think that it's just that my discernment will kick up when someone always says yes, or is just too willing or too eager.
Gotcha.
It's for me, it's do you challenge me? Do you, just because I said it doesn't mean that it's the gospel, but is there a better way that we can do this? I mean, I don't know. Maybe that's good, bad, and different. I don't know.
I think that's good.
I think that's
that
really
works
good.
for you.
Yeah.
Works for
Is
me.
that in relationships or assistance or just anybody in your life, period?
That's anybody in my life. That's really across the board.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
like you all
seem
challenge
like
me.
yes,
Yeah.
You all challenge me. Anything that, I don't think that that's the way you should do it, but I think you can get it done with saying it this way or saying it this way, or I think you can do this, or I think you can do that. And I think that's why friendships, associateships, employees, are so valuable because they do challenge the way that you think.
Yeah. You're right.
They do.
In a relationship.
They do. They do, absolutely.
Yeah.
So we all looking for an assistant. Somebody needs somebody.
We all.
You know, we all look for.
Everybody look at the camera.
We all.
I know God has blessed me for soul therapy to have Nakia to manage the coordination.
She's doing it again?
Of that.
Oh, she did a great job.
Great job.
Yeah.
She had to come off the earth.
Yeah. Yeah. She's awesome.
She is.
Yeah, she's really good.
I listen to her.
Yeah.
You know, and she listens to me. And if there's some like a non-negotiable, she wants to know it up front. And then she owns it.
Yeah.
You know, where it's, you know, hey, we really need to do this. And she owns that and takes it, and it becomes her. She is not, you know, she is who she is. I mean, before January 7th, I was nervous. I was like a wet rat. And she was like, okay, come on, give me your hands. Let's pray. You know, and she got me all the way together because I was like, I was thinking. But that's about how it was. That's exactly how it was at Papa Do's. I was like, and I was thinking that she was like, I got you. And so we have our touch bases and stuff like that. But I like that too. I like to be challenged in that way.
Yeah.
And so for me, I challenge people to get that and not be afraid.
Yes.
You know, to have people that don't have your view and they are the expert at what they do. I'm not trying to take that on.
Yes.
But
I like how aggressive she was. I like how aggressive she was at she put things in place.
Yeah.
And you didn't even have to ask, like, get in my head and know what I need.
That's how she was.
Yeah.
And she was like that.
It was she got in my head and was gone.
That's a
right.
gift.
That's it. You are absolutely right. That's right. Because if I gotta tell you everything, then I might as well do it myself.
Yes.
She was gone, and I was like, you know,
Wait.
no.
So then you can kind of show up and be pretty, right?
That's all you had to do. We'll do it again in April, in July, in October, whatever God had me doing. God, you know, and her and I are able to work together. But not only that, she was my hype man.
Yes.
She was my hype man.
That is a gift.
And that blessed me. That blessed my soul.
Yes.
And because of that, I know because of that, her quiet strength made her stand out. She didn't have to do nothing. She didn't have to get up there and preach. She didn't have to, you know, take over or have that takeover spirit or come in with a Lola Falana dress on.
Couple times she came walking toward us all like this. I was like, oh, what's wrong? What's your name? What's your name?
But she does that for multiple people, right?
She does. That is her.
That's
her
a gift.
business.
That is a gift.
It is her business. But you know, in your writing, she was like, "All right, girl. All right, girl. I didn't know you was moving like that. But now I know.
Yeah.
Now I know, and nobody did. Nobody knew what." You know, I hadn't ministered in a long time.
Yeah.
And she was like, but I'm right here. You know, and she was. That was a blessing from God.
Yeah.
Prophetess Calloway, Barbara Calloway, she was a blessing from God. Even in her mentorship to me and her leadership. Golly, that quiet strength. That's why I understand now why God says men are won by the chaste conversations of their wives. It's that it's the quiet strength. It is the mobility that she has or that a woman could have by not saying nothing. It's just her actions. Those two are a force to be reckoned with. You hear me?
I believe it.
What you just said. Because I'm a whole other topic, but I'm just going to say, when you said men are won by the chaste conversation of their wives, because I'm going to say it one time. I'm learning this. I'm going to say it one time. I'm going to say it real quiet. I'm not going to get fussy about it. That's going to be it. I'm going to come on out.
Come on out of there. Pull on out of there. You know what?
Let the Holy Spirit get you.
Now, like the Lord told Abraham, go do what Sarah said.
Yes.
Sarah, come in here talking about her, go do what she said to do. Telling it on her, and you done been with that other woman. Go do what Sarah said.
There go that Bible study class.
But wait.
Y'all, you know what? Let me tell you what happens here. Tish, we talked about it a little bit on the last one, but we gotta go. Well, actually, you know what? Let's open with that next time of how you build a tribe.
Okay.
How do you build a tribe? Guys, thank y'all.
Thank you so much.
Thank y'all.
I'm telling you, it's a ride this year. Stay on it. We're going somewhere.
Get on that
Take
train.
care.
Bye.